What's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New at TW. It's December. A lot of us are holiday shopping right now. If you're lucky to get out and do some bass fishing, if your lake isn't frozen over, it's a good time to be out. So if you are looking for some stocking stuffers or gifts for the angler in your family, we got a couple cool ones for you today. So the first one by Scum Frog. This is their holiday Christmas edition frog. They've been doing these special edition runs. There's only limited quantities of them. So if you want to get one of these, get them while you can, because once they're sold out, they're gone forever. They're Christmas edition. They painted it up just like a Christmas tree. They got some ornaments on there, super cool. If you're just a lure collector, or if you're looking for like some stocking stuffers or something like that, this is a perfect one for you right there. Next up, from Lucky Craft, and from the other companies as well, we got a bunch of small gear, a bunch of finesse stuff. So first up from Lucky Craft, we got the new 0.5 size crankbaits. These are awesome little cranks. So we got them in a Squarebill model and a deep diving model. But the 0.5 size, it comes in at 3/16 of an ounce, so pretty small. Probably gonna wanna throw this on spinning rod, but just a great little bait for catching panfish and bass, and pretty much everything that swims is gonna eat these little things. It'd be another great bait to give to a kid, especially because they don't run that deep. Even the DD is only gonna get you about 3 to 4 feet. So they're not getting very deep, and they're just gonna catch just about everything that swims. And it's just gonna be great for that time as well. Sometimes in the fall, they get really keyed in on those really small bait fish. That's be a great bait to throw in there when the bass are keyed in on that real small shad. Like I said, the Squarebill, you're gonna get about 1 to 2 feet of depth on it, and that DD is gonna get you in that 3 to 4 foot range. Got a bunch of great colors from Lucky Craft. Check those out. All right, we got a new Spybait from Nishine Lure Works. This is a super cool bait. So from Nishine Lure Works, this is the Baby Abino 70S. So it looks very, very similar to the 110F that came out this summer. And it is, the same kind of body profile, just a scaled down model. That 110F was a floating version, and it was built for topwater. This is a sinking model, and it's meant to run like a Spybait. So it's going to sink at 1 foot per second, and just an awesome profile on it. I've always wanted Spybaits that have that more shad, realistic baitfish profile to it. Highly detailed finishes on these. Nishine Lure Works build these super robust. They're really strong. The componentry, the dual locking nut system on there, this thing's going to hold up really well, and you're going to be able to catch a lot of fish and not throw it out of tune and tear it apart. As you notice on here on the bottom, it's different from most Spybaits on the market. It's got this small blade on the belly, and what that does is it swings back and forth, and it gets this bait to do a lot of side-to-side body roll when you're reeling it through the water. So you can throw it out, you can just steady wind it, and on the sink as well, it actually shimmies on the way down, so you can stop and wind it, and you're gonna get that secondary action. They eat it on the sink as well. 2 sticky sharp Ishikawa treble hooks on there, so you don't need to change any hardware. You just take it out of the package, go ahead and fish it. They've got a bunch of cool colors, everything from perch, bluegill, juvenile bass, shad. They got you covered with that thing. All right, couple more little small guys we got here. First up, from Lunkerhunt. This is the new Lunkerhunt wire arm finesse spinnerbait. I'm super stoked to try this thing out as well. This thing is just gonna be a sweet little fish catching bait. Super compact profile. It's actually built using their Finesse swim bait they came out with it a few years ago. In the package as well, it comes with a couple extra replacement bodies in there. So you can buy 1 pack, and it's gonna last you quite a long time. That articulating head design, so that swim bait is going to be able to move around and get a lot more action. And the blade configuration is a little bit different than most spinner baits on the market. So it actually has a small willow on the front and then a Colorado on the back. Again, this is going to be a great one for giving kids. It's going to be good for ponds, smallmouth, and again, when they're on that really, really small bait. But it's got that clevis on there, so if you do want to change out your swim bait and run something a little bit different, you can swap that out as well. Just an awesome little compact spinnerbait there from Lunkerhunt. The next one, an iCast release product that we just got in. It's gonna be great for wintertime fishing, jigging, ice fishing coming up for all you guys up north. This is gonna be one you wanna maybe check out and throw in your arsenal. This is the new knocking jigging spoon, and it's way different than any other jigging spoon I've ever seen out there on the market. The body on it is actually split in half, so there's a steel shaft that runs through the middle, and then the actual body is cut in half, and it has these little wings on the side of it to catch more water and separate the two as it falls, and then when you jig it, it has a hard knocking sound. So there's not many jigging spoons on the market that are providing any sound. You know, they're mostly just a metal spoon. You jig them up and down. You're hoping that you get enough flash out of it to attract some fish to bite. This has got that knocking noise, so it's something just a little bit different. You know, like I said, I don't know how many hours I've spent in the wintertime jigging spoons and wish I just had something maybe a little bit different to try out. So definitely one to throw in the box and try out during the cold water months. All right, so we got a whole bunch of new spinner baits in from Northland Tackle. So Northland Tackle has updated their Reed Runner series. So they've built these on this super stainless frame. So it is quite strong, but it does have quite, you know, a good amount of flex to it. So it's still going to be a really lively spinnerbait, but it's also going to be really strong and robust and last you a long time as well. One thing I liked about them is they put the twist in the eyelet on there, so you don't have to worry about your knot sliding down to the head or getting caught up in the blades or anything like that. And you can run, if you live up north and you run like a steel leader for muskie or pike or something, that will hold it in there, and you don't have to worry about you know, things fouling up and things like that. We've got them in a bunch of different configurations. You can get your single Colorado, Colorado willow, and then of course a double willow on there. They got super sticky hooks on there. We got a nice keeper if you want to run soft plastic. This silicone they're using, it's kind of this flat cut silicone. It's super lively, and then it transitions right up here into his head. They got a nice flat transition on the bottom from the wire to the head, so it's going to roll through cover really easy. Nice big 3D eyes. They do make another model, another double willow in this 3/4 and 1 ounce sizes. And these things come with a big trailer hook right out of the package. So if you're looking for that bigger caliber spinnerbait, they got those as well. These are kind of more set up for, you know, the pike and muskie, the pretty loud colors. But, you know, bass eat everything, especially these bright colors when the water's muddy. They got those big giant blades on there, gonna definitely attract a lot of fish. All right, so we got a bunch of stuff from DD26, new boating accessories. So if you're shopping for someone, boating accessories are always a great option. You never really know sometimes what color worm someone likes, and boat stuff is a pretty surefire way to get an angler a gift for Christmas out there. So we got new trolling motor foot pedal pads. So they're making these in a bunch of different colors. They got them for all the main trolling motors out there, the Garmin Force, the Lowrance's, the Old Trex, Motor Guide. They've got them all covered, and they got a bunch of different colors, so you can match it up to the color scheme on your boat. They're a closed cell EVA foam, and they got that traction dimpling on it, so they got a really good grip, so you don't slide, you know, your foot doesn't slide around. And then it also remains cool all the time. So for all those summertime barefoot anglers, this is going to be a good option for you. They also got their carpet savers. So where that trolling motor support arm comes down on your boat and rubs on your carpet, after a few years, you know, those things will rub a hole right through your carpet or put a big dimple in the carpet up on the front deck. This just kind of protects that, and another way to add a little bit of, you know, color to your front deck up there, kind of match whatever's going on your boat. The last one is we got new boat cover, engine covers for the Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke V8 motors. So for the 2018 and newer, they got motor covers. They got them in a few colorways as well. So kind of customize your boat. And these are fully vented as well. So up in the front, they got venting on them. So it's going to keep your motor cool. You don't have to worry about putting this on and losing any kind of airflow down to your engine. So that's not going to happen. They're made out of super thick, heavy duty material on there. It's going to protect your boat against dings, you know, road debris, water spots, and just keep your motor in tip-top condition, especially if you got co-anglers in the back that like to wing around punch weights and stuff. You don't want that to hit inside of your motor and damage it. So keep your motor in tip-top shape, you know, increase resale value, and just make sure it's nice and protected. All right, so we got a new rod and reel coming up. So the first one is a reel from Duckett Fishing. This is the new Jacob Wheeler casting reel, and comes in at 180 bucks. And when I took it out of the package, surprisingly light and compact and a lot smoother than I was expecting it to be. On the inside, it's got an 8 bearing system, and it's got a Dura aluminum drive shaft on the inside, and then it's also got a supported and extended pinion gear. So keep everything nice and tight, keep the tolerance really low, and this reel is super, super smooth. A couple of the cool things they've added to this reel that I noticed is they have a wide set spool on there. So you're actually gonna get 130 yards of 12-pound line, which is quite a bit of line capacity. Oversized, kind of soft touch knobs are really nice. They're really tacky. These are gonna be great in the wintertime as well, or anytime it's raining. and you need something that's got that extra tackiness and nice sure grip on there. Last thing, on the inside of the gear plate here, they actually put a little line indicator dial on there. So you can dial it to whatever size line you got. So if you get a whole bunch of them, you can dial that little thing in there. Remember, if you had 12 pound or 15 pound, you know, sometimes, especially some of the newer fluorocarbons are so thin and it's easy to mistake what size line you got on each reel. Just a really cool reel, matches up perfectly with those Duckett Jacob Wheeler rods. Great one to add to your arsenal if you already fish those rods. Last one, we got new series of rods from Temple Fork Outfitters. So this is the TFO Professional Series. They come in anywhere from 99 bucks, and I believe the 7.6s come in at 110 bucks. But really cool series of rods. They're pretty versatile actions. The line doesn't have too many technique-specific actions in them. So full graphite blanks, and all the rods in this series have a moderate fast action to them. So that moderate fast is going to give you kind of a wider spectrum of baits to use on each rod. So you can do some jigs on it, some soft plastics, crankbaits, spinnerbaits. You're just being able to do a lot more on these moderate fast actions than you would with maybe just a moderate bend or a straight fast action. So kind of giving you an in-between action that opens up versatility for you. It's got Fuji guides up top. Down on the reel seat, they're using this hidden thread locking nut, which I really like. So you're not going to have any exposed threads on the back of the reel seat like you would with a lot of rods on the market. So it's super comfortable to lay your hand. You're not laying your fingers across those, you know, rugged plastic threads that are on the back. Low profile design, so you get a lot of contact with the blank to improve sensitivity. Full cork handle, and like I said, they come in at 99 bucks for most of the 7-footers and below, and 110 bucks for the 7.6, and they come backed by a lifetime warranty. Not much more you can ask for. Oh, they also use a color coding system on their rod. So all the medium heavies, you're gonna get a red rod. I believe the heavy actions are green. Mediums, I believe, are a yellow. But either way, they got a color coding system. So if you pick up a few, you got a bunch on your deck, you're gonna know that you're picking up the right power of rod, and you're not having to read the blank and make sure you're getting the right size every single time. So cool series of rod there from Temple Fork Outfitters. All right, last thing we're going to talk about is the new Tackle Warehouse holiday shirt. So they should be up on the website and live any day now. Make sure you want to check them out. If you're going to need one for Christmas, you're going to need one for some holiday parties coming up, want to get that thing while we still got them in stock. All right, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. For more information or to purchase any of these products seen here today, make sure to click shop or link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most excited about.